Guys, happy Halloween. I'm back. So today's look was really inspired by some photos that I found and a wig that I had laying around. So I didn't really have this look pre-planned out or anything. I just decided to go with the flow and get creative. I'm using the Mayron Paradise body paint, and this year I decided to go big and I got the 30 well palette. So there's tons and tons of different color options, which is amazing. So I'm just using white right now, and as you can see, I've kind of switched tools throughout whiting my face out, and the sponge just seemed to get a little bit better coverage. I'm just using this brush to kind of buff some color down onto my neck. And now moving on, I'm using a really fine liner brush, and we're just going to start to sketch out where we want our face to kind of be separated. I decided to start with a gray body paint, and this whole look is done with the same palette. And I wanted to start with a gray because it's a little bit softer than black and easier to kind of transition into black with. And then you get a nice kind of gradient effect with the black, white, and gray. So as you can see, I'm just kind of mapping out the traditional Skeletor areas, I guess you would say. So on your cheekbones, a little bit on the forehead, on the nose, and just kind of mapping that out. Right now we're doing the eye socket, and it's really easy if you just follow your own natural structure. And when you run the brush along your eye, you really kind of can feel that bone structure. So just don't overthink it. It does not have to be perfect. Just follow your own eye structure, your own facial structure, and it gets easier as you go. Now I'm just doing the temple area and just kind of filling it in with a little bit of gray. And moving on to the jawline. This is just going to help further give your face that structure and dimension. And as you see, I'm kind of feathering and pulling that color down on my jawline. Just doing a little check there. And now I'm going to start filling in my eye socket with black body paint. I already contoured on my nose area. You can see it's a little bit darker using black. So now we're just transitioning into our black to further deepen what we've already done and create even more dimension. It's all about creating shadows and highlights to really make areas pop and to make areas recede. And this year I invested in this amazing brush set. It's actually a special effects brush set, and I'll link it down below so you guys can see it, but the brushes are amazing. Now I'm just using a fine liner brush to just do some detailing on the teeth. I did a little bit on the skull area, on the forehead. Now I'm taking my NYX Jumbo Liner in Black Bean, and I'm just really blacking out anything on my eye area. Oh, also, I'm sure you guys noticed I already have a contact lens in, and I wanted to put that in before I started because they are a pain to put in after the fact. Your eye will definitely water when you put them in, so using body paints, if you're crying, you guess where your body paint's going. Yep, all the way down your face. So put your contacts in first. Highly recommend. And now I'm just taking a brush and using a little bit of black on the front of my curves there and just really adding some dimension. Now I am going into the area by my teeth and really darkening up, deepening up that area to make it stand out more, make it pop, give it some dimension. And I'm just feathering down ever so slightly, just so that it looks a little bit more dirtied up. I didn't want this to look super crisp and super clean lines. I just wanted it to look more rugged and worn in. And moving along to our pop art side, I am using red body paint, and our goal right here is to just make little dots. They can be as large and small as you want. I kind of opted for a medium size. And you're going to start with diagonal lines. So I just started slowly moving down my face in a diagonal fashion, making little dots. And as you can see, I switched to a liner brush. I just found that it deposited the product a little bit better than my pencil brush. So just ever so slightly making little circles, little dots diagonally down your face. That's all you got to do. And what you want to do is kind of brick lay them. So don't lay them side by side, have them kind of more staggered. And you're just going to keep moving down your face diagonally. It is a little bit time consuming, but just stay focused and you'll be done in no time. Just keep working, keep moving down your face, diagonal. And as you'll see, I'm just starting each row a little bit staggered. So the dots never perfectly align next to each other. And that's kind of the key to getting the look that you're going for. Just remember, diagonal lines and brick lay or stagger your dots. You never want them perfectly side by side. Now I'm moving on to my lip area, and I'm using a liquid lipstick. It is Anastasia Beverly Hills in Rio. And I'm just following my natural lip line. Next, we're going to start to focus on our contours. So going back to that really fine liner brush, I'm just going to sculpt out a few areas. So under my cheekbone, and on the edges, just give it a nice little flick. Then I am going around my nostril. And what this is doing is just creating the illusion of shadows on your face. Now you're going to outline your lips completely in black. This really fine eyeliner brush completely saved the day on this look. So you just want to make sure to get a nice fine thin line and outline where you did your liquid lip. And do the bottom. Next, you want to do the inside of your mouth on the top and bottom. And then you're going to create some shadows and highlights on your lip. So on the bottom lip, some shading, and then you're going to go back to your white body paint to create the highlights. Next, I'm just taking black body paint and I'm going to start to accentuate my eyebrows. And I decided to just follow my natural shape and just accentuate them a little bit. I'm putting a little line by my brow just to kind of show some expression. And then I'm going to outline the whole side of my face, following my hairline. You're just really showing where all of the shadows are. So on the hairline, it's going to be the darkest. On the jawline is next. Creating that two-dimensional shape. And girl, you know we had to do the wing liner. So next, I am just taking the same black body paint and creating a nice wing. This fine liner brush created this wing so effortlessly, I hardly even had to try it all. It was amazing. I think I need to start using it every day. And now I'm just kind of thickening up the line. I'm just doing the fine details. I'm thickening up the wing just a touch. And moving along next, what I'm going to do is start to shade where the crease would be. So I'm just making sure that this wing is thick enough. So starting at the inner corner of your eye, you're just going to start to create a line. And what this is doing is giving you the idea or the illusion that there's dimension there. So working slowly, just start in the inner corner. And what we're going to do is we're going to work our way all the way out to the wing. And we're actually going to connect this to the wing, and you'll see why in a minute. So just thicken up that line until you get it the size that you like. You want it thick enough so that it's really visible that there's a shadow there. Let's just wing this out a little bit more. Never have too much of a wing, right guys? So moving on to our last step, we're going to be filling in the lid completely. I decided to use yellow just because I thought it would stand out more, but you could use any color you want. Add a wig and you're good to go. Alright guys, stay tuned for more Halloween tutorials coming soon. See you in the next one.